Hello, good morning students. Today we are going to discuss the topic on JavaScript Basic Functions from the course Object-Oriented Programming Language. Let us start with the recap of few ice-breaking questions. How the JavaScript is being used. So you have to bring the responses to have a clear reinforcement of understanding with JavaScript. Also you have to identify the real-world applications of JavaScript, and we can perform an activity of exploring the inner workings of web pages. So the overall session objective is to understand the JavaScript syntax and the structure, also to explore the role of variables, data types and operators, also to learn few functions with examples, and how the real-time applications are being engaged for the problem solving. So to become a master in JavaScript, these are the basic fundamentals are to be understood. Let us assume a problem statement of a person who is doing a first year IT student and he is encountering a web scripting for the first time. So here the student is facing an unpredictable error or the unpredictable behavior of the JavaScript website or a web page. So here the person is requiring a simple visual hands-on example to understand the logic flow, which means how the website is been functioning and how the web pages are interrelated, etc. So let us solve this with the design thinking approach. Let us understand empathize the problem first. So here the first thing is the student is expecting demonstrations and visual aids. Also, the common struggle to understand the syntax and the debugging process, how it has been difficult, and also the browser behavior, how the browser is responding for certain tags and how the browser is not responding for certain tags. So this is completely a trial and error testing, and also the student is expecting to use a relatable visual browser example. So let us define the design thinking problem. The students cannot connect the theory to browser-based outcomes. So which means whatever he is trying the tags which cannot be giving the result in the browser. So the goal is to simplify the concepts with instant visual feedback like console outputs and DOM demos. So here it is there content 1, context 1, content 2, context 3 is given. So the browser has to handle all these three types of content in three different web pages. And with the ideation stage of design thinking, the person is trying to create an interactive console demos, and he may use any everyday analogies like when you prepare a recipe and how the processes are getting interrelated, which has to come first, which has to come second, like that, and incorporate color coded index visuals. So here if you see that interactive learning style, the demos followed by the analogies and with the color coded syntax. So the model, the prototype of this particular problem is to create a coding demo by declaring some variables in the JavaScript. Example, let us assign a string like John to the variable name, and we have to print that name with the hello word. So here the prototype by showing the function creation and browser event handling. It is given, so the variable is acting like a container, so it holds the value 10 with the variable name num. So here the design thinking test is to identify the syntax error and logical error. So there is a mini quiz to understand how the JavaScript code is predicting the output. So identify the syntax error, also the logical error if it is. So what did you learn from the debugging your experience? So here the Java basic scripts we have gone through so far, that what is JavaScript we know, and how the JavaScript interacts with the HTML and CSS. HTML, hypertext markup language, and CSS cascading style sheets, and the syntax rules, case sensitivity and semicolons, how it is followed in the HTML and CSS. Also the various differences between the three keywords like var, let and const. So with that part two understanding, we come to know the data types. Various data types are used in the JavaScript: string, number, boolean, object, and array. Also the various operators like arithmetic operators, logical operators, relational operators, etc. So here the output methods can be done in two ways. One is console log.alert and the other one is document.write. So here the functions are given with the example. Purpose of function is modular. The function name is here, it is greet, and how the arguments are passed to the function code, and here it is a calling function and other one is called function. Calling function is with the semicolon, called function is with the keyword function. So here the activity, you have to take the role play of a browser as executor, and a student you people, you have to act like a JavaScript engine, and you have to solve the problem, write a function to calculate the area of a circle, and the group activity is for you people to debug a particular code snippet which is being shared to you. So here the usage and applications, you know that the data types, functions, web development, UI, UX design, all these things are part of JavaScript. And the future scope is to integrate the frameworks with the React and Node.js. So the summary, yes, we came to know the design thinking approach, functions, the basics of JavaScript, variables and flow control, and finally the T-shaped model, the applications of JavaScript. So let's take an assessment with a few questions like write a JavaScript function which is adding the two numbers, okay, and find the difference between the three keywords let, where, const, and also how this JavaScript is bringing interactivity to the websites, and you have to discuss your favorite JavaScript use cases as well. Thank you, students. Let us continue in the next class.